got here, me. There's a little tiny bit of interest about a little bit of interest about the molasses that I used on my brake calipers, and I've used it on an engine block you might have seen before, etc, etc. So I want to show you something. I've got a before and after, first time ever. So I'll just explain to you the full process, so because I'm crap at explaining things. You mix up, make sure you got a container that'll take your 10 to 1 mix, no matter how many, if you're putting 5 gallons in and 50 gallons of water, whatever you're doing, whatever your mix is going to be. You give it a really good stir up, get the stuff really mixed up. It helps to mix. When we did the engine, me and Stevie in the yard, I just poured the molasses in and then poured the water on top. It really does. I think it's better to have the water in there first, and then chuck in the molasses and keep stirring it round, and then you sort of guaranteed of a good mix. I'm pretty sure that it's that Desert Rodder suggests about 2 weeks, but every now and again, a couple of days, just get out there with a lump of wood or whatever, and give it a good stir up, get it all moving. You will get some scummy stuff on the top. It will go mouldy a little bit if you don't touch it. Anyway, so leave it in for a couple of weeks, pull it out and have a look. If it's at all the rust away, all well and good, take it out, or if it's not, put it back in for a little bit longer. If it has, take it out and just wash it off with plain water or even soapy water, whatever you want. I find it because it's like I said in this climate here, it works nicely very quickly with a bit of warm water. And a brush or whatever it gets rid of all the any latent rusty, manky, horrible stuff that's left in the pores of the metal. And I personally recommend getting something covering it pretty quick. Even if it's WD-40 that you can wash off afterwards with your wax and grease remover, but it needs to be covered pretty quick, otherwise you will see rust coming back. And just cover it, once you've got it clean and dry. Hair dryer it, blow it off with water, blow it off with airline, whatever you've got to do, and then etch prime or whatever you've got to do, But that's basically the process. Anyway, guys, it's I haven't told you the time anyway. It's 9:15 on Tuesday, the 24th, I think, 25th. So look, 26th of February. And it's 6 degrees Celsius, which is what, about 42 Fahrenheit. So it's all good. We're quite warm. It's all right. Nothing to moan about. Nothing to complain about. Just trying to get on with it now. Seeing Rick talking about his car. I'm beginning to feel the same here with the Austin. I need to get it finished now and move on to other things. I've got lots of things I want to do on Vincent the Vitesse. So it's time I got my finger out and finished the little bugger off. Firstly, I certainly don't want to claim any glory or whatever, I don't know what you call it, for the idea of it. It came from I basically got it from the great YouTube from this fella's channel, Desert Rodder. He's got a fantastic channel. He's from Australia. Don't know, maybe Ziggy knows him, I don't know. No, just because he's from Australia, Ziggy doesn't have to know him, but anyway, he's got well over 1.25 million views, so that's the sort of interest he gets. and as you can see from his channel, he's got all sorts to do with building hot rods, etc. A really cool shop. He's a nice chap as well, you know, pleasant chap. But you know, any of you that do anything with these old cars, you know it's all about getting rid of the rust. We all hate the rust, and the rust is cancer, etc, etc, etc. And me being constantly looking for basically cheaper ways of cheaper ways of doing things, I look at YouTube and all sorts of other places looking for different ways of doing things. So hit upon this chap's channel, and he was talking about the molasses, and you know, he's got it so well wrapped up that he or so well worked out that he's got great big water butts, I suppose you'd call it, water tanks, and he can put whole panels in, you know. And I expect someone, if they had enough room, could get to the point where they had a big enough water tank, put a whole car in there. But you know, I've got a tiny little house and a tiny little backyard here, and so I've basically got an old trash bin, a rubbish bin that I think I've got 50 litres. No, I've got 100 litres of the mix made up. And just to show you what I buy, and the reason I like it, one main reason I suppose I like it is because it's cheap. It's basically liquid feed sugarcane molasses, meant for horses, and there's a little bit left in this can. It looks like that. I think some people have called it blackstrap molasses, etc, etc. And you basically mix it up in the 10 parts water, so you know, quite easy for me. I've got my gallon of molasses and 10 gallons of water. So you know, I've got this before and after, and again, some of you might remember that I bought some wheels. So right, the story is that this car here that I'm doing for Mary is got to look, it's going to be a replica of a race car that's over in the UK here. That's raced by a chap called Ray Davis, who's a phenomenal engine builder, etc. These old A series and car builder. Mary got to see the little car in action and said, "I want it like that." So that's what we're doing. So this is the sort of wheels that he runs. They're these ones are Weller racing wheels. I didn't have an idea basically what this lip meant, or what this lip was for. I don't know if you can make out there. There's a lip, a folded over lip, and Redneck Racing explained that it's for circuit. I think he said it was for circuit. It's a little while ago now. Circuit type racing, where like on ovals and that sort of thing on the tracks, where it lessens the damage to the tyre, etc. So this is like I say, this is a wheel. I haven't touched this one at all. This one didn't go in the mix at all because I didn't have enough room. And as you can see, it's not hideous, but it's got some crustiness about it going on. A lot of this stuff is the rust marks. You know, it's not makes it look a bit worse than it really is. But basically, it's I believe these wheels to be powder coated, and over time they've got scratched and dinged, and it's lifted a little bit and allowed it to rust. You know. So being a little bit nervous about underneath the slip, I wanted to make sure that we got rid of the rust. So the wheels have been in the molasses. They were supposed to have only been in there for a couple of weeks, but they've ended up being in there a couple of months, and ended up with and this is the result. All the wheels were pretty much the same. As you can see, it's pretty smooth. It's some of the nastiness has gone black. There's still marks in there, but nothing nothing exciting. It does not lift off powder coating. It will eat into paint that I've discovered on the engine when I did Mary's engine, or the first engine. It will soften the paint, which is quite a good thing for me because I like to, like to paint the engine. So, but as you can see, it does eat into the a bit like maggots with rotten flesh. You know what I mean? It's a bit of a disgusting analogy, but you know what I mean. It seems to just eat into anything that's soft. It hasn't touched the lead of this weight, but I did notice on the engine, the aluminium engine number plate that's on the A series engine, it did etch into the edge. So pros and cons. It's good if you've got time to soak things. I think in the hotter climates, a couple of weeks is about the norm. And it does get rid of the rust. There is no rust on that wheel that I can see. It's basically been taken out of the molasses. I put them in some bags, took them to work. My mate Stevie at work washed them off for me, bless his heart, and straight away put WD-40 on them. That would be one of the cons, which is it will rust, not immediately, but you've got about, well, in this climate in the UK, you've probably got about 15 minutes before you'll start to see the showings of some red, so you haven't got an awful lot of time. Maybe in hotter climates it can stay out with any coatings for longer, but that was about it really. That's all I wanted to show you really. Yeah, the cons, it does smell, obviously very sweet, and I didn't get SRV's little joke. I'm really crap with subtle jokes, sorry mate. He said, what's this molasses stuff then? And then there's a load of dots and then sweet. And then of course, yeah, I'm stupid. But anyway, so because I'm getting closer to the point where I'm going to be wanting to put some wheels and tyres on, I decided it was time to get them out of the molasses. This one I'm going to have to do old-fashioned style with a wire wheel, etc. And maybe my little sandblasting gun. Unless, no, I will do it that way. But you can see it's quite crusty, but it doesn't seem to have. I don't think it's affected the structure of the wheel too much. There's not a lot of delamination. So I'm happy to. There's the wife in the car, so I've got to be careful. But that's it. Anyway, that's all I want to show you, really, guys. It was just a little bit more about the molasses, and basically say to go ahead and check out Desert Rodder's channel, because he's got an awesome channel. He hasn't put any videos up for a little while, for about a year, it says on there. But he's got a great channel, lots of good tips on there. All sorts, engine stuff, suspension stuff, modifying stuff. There's bike stuff on there, motorbike stuff on there, and car and hot rod stuff. So there's good interesting stuff on there. But basically, I wanted to mention him because there's probably lots of other people who've done it before, maybe, I don't know. But that's where I got the idea from anyway. Alright guys, so thank you to everybody that subscribes to my channel. It's really nice to see that people take the time to stop in and watch my my mad ramblings and the mischief and mistakes I get up to. Thank you, Ziggy. Ziggy has got the eyes of a hawk. He's amazing. He doesn't miss a single trick. So I should be putting my calipers back on the right side. So yeah, Ziggy's ace, and he's nice to what he tells you, so I don't mind. Anyway, so yes, thank you guys for subscribing and watching and making nice comments. It's much appreciated, and hope you all guys have a nice week. So anyway, I'll get indoors and get this uploaded and try and get a couple of videos watched before I go to beddy boys. Alright guys, catch up with you later. Bye bye.